We will wait for a few more minutes and then we will start. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the webinar. So now let us get started with Streams API. I hope whoever has joined has got a basic understanding of Java, like the OOPS concepts and basics of collection framework. Now, in this particular webinar, we are just going to see what is Streams API, what is the purpose of Streams API, why they have introduced it, and how to use Streams API with our collections. I'll show you a few methods that are available, number one. Then after that, I will take a user-defined object and I will show you how it can be done, how it can be, in a sense, like how you can work with user-defined objects using Streams API. That is only very, very important. Okay. Yeah, actually the recording is here. It will be available like maybe like for 7 days. You can just watch the recording also. Fine. So few of you are already a part of my community. Few of you I know I have interacted. So now let us get started. Any questions you want to ask, you can ask also now. Let me share the screen. Just give me a second.
Hi, madam. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Yeah.
Yeah, in which scenarios we have to go for the parallel stream and a sequential stream? Where exactly we have to use both?
Okay. So when will we use parallel streams? Is like when your sequence is big, when your array is having too many number of values in your array is huge. Suppose say in my array I'm having 1,000 elements or 10,000 elements. In those scenarios, it's better that you use parallel stream. Otherwise, if my stream is very small, what is the purpose of parallel stream? I have got a huge number of values. If I'm trying to do it sequentially, it will take so much of time. So I'm dividing and ruling it like fork and join. You are dividing it into two streams. And then in one stream, you are doing certain operation. In another stream, you are doing certain operation. And then again, you are combining. Fork and join, you are combining and you are just performing the operation. So that is the place.
In interview point of view, madam, they are asking real-time examples in your application where you are using parallel stream and sequential stream. That's where they are asking, can you give any real-time examples?
Sure,
For
sure,
suppose
sure.
we are getting the data from the database, I said like thousands of records we are using a parallel stream. Why you are getting thousands of records in the database directly first time? For as per a requirement, you are loading the data right in the front end. Don't load all the records right. We have to pagination implementation. Then exact what is the scenario they are asking?
See, only when you want to do processing, you will go in for parallel streams. Like what I'm saying is, like whenever you want to do processing of elements, then in that case, you can just do parallel streams. You will be using parallel streams. Okay, fine. I'll just tell you the use case. Fine. Guys, okay. Guys, don't worry. I'm going to start from the very, very basic. The idea here is anybody who is starting to learn Streams API should understand it. After the session, they can proceed further for advanced concepts also. In Streams, you will be having so many advanced concepts. So all that you need to get to know. Now, here we are starting from the very basics. So when I started Streams years before, I found it very difficult. Those times only blogs were there. So I found it very difficult to understand the real concept, get the essence. So for that, it was taking too much of time. So now, after the session, you should be in a position to proceed further with the advanced concepts. Okay, now let us get started without further delay. Those who don't know about me, let me introduce about myself. I'm Sripriya here. I've been a corporate trainer for nearly 20 years. I have done corporate trainings in Bangalore, Chennai, and Hyderabad. My expertise is in Java full stack. In Bangalore, I have done excuse me. I have done training in a few prominent corporates like Publicis, then Lumen, Simeo, Society General, which is in Whitefield, then Harman, then State Street, few other corporates. Mar Labs, I mean, few of the corporates you might be knowing it. Mar Labs, I have done these. These are few corporates what I have told. So this is about me. Now let us get started. Okay. Guys, first let us understand what is Streams API. What is the purpose of Streams API? Okay. First, that is the first section. Now, till now, you have been working with collections, right? Collection in the sense like you have worked with list, then you have worked with set. Then other than that, you have worked with map. So these are the and on that you are performing operations. Then why Streams API was introduced? Now let us see a use case. Let us assume I'm having a list of employees. Okay. Now, what if I want to find the employees by a particular city? So what is that you will do? The first step is you will create a temporary array. Correct. So employees by city. Employees by city you will do. You will create a temporary array. And then after that, you will iterate through a for loop. Using a for loop, you will iterate. Then check if city is Bangalore or city is Chennai, whatever. You just check whether the city belongs to the city that you are expecting. If it is there, then you will add, can you please mute the mic? You will add the employee to the temporary list. Okay. So you are iterating through a for loop. You are checking if the city is Bangalore. If it is there, then you are adding the employee to the temporary list. Let's say first initially I'm having 1,000 employees. I am filtering. Now the process that you are doing is filtering based on a particular condition. When I filter, now as here I am getting 500 employees. Now again, the next use case is get the list of employees whose salary is greater than 50,000 or less than 50,000. What I need to do? Again, I need to create another thing, employee by salary. Then start iterating. Iterate using for loop. Then check for salary. Salary less than 50,000. If it is there, then add the employee to the temporal list. Okay. So this time, which employee list you are iterating? You are iterating this employee by city. When you are iterating, you are just doing some logic and finally you are getting employee by salary. Correct. Now after that I have printed. Now this time I'm getting, let's say, 250 employees. Now in this 250 employees, I want to print only the employee names. Okay, let's say I just want to print only the employee names. So what you have to do? Again, you have to iterate it. I just want to get only the employee names. Iterate the array. Iterate the list. Now here what I am going to do? I just want the name. So from each and every employee, you will call e dot get emp name, something like that. We have to get it. Correct. So same 250 employees here we will be getting, but this time it is not a list of employee, but it will be a list of string. So I have got the list of employees. Now what I want to do next, I want to sort it. So I have to use the same array and same list, and I need to sort it. Then I want to print the first 50 employees. I can just do some again iterate through it and print only the first 50 employees. Or while iterating, you will use list iterator. List iterator helps to take from the first element to the 50th element. Likewise, we have to do. See the number of iterations that you are doing. See the number of times that you are creating a temporary array. Every time as a developer, it is your duty that you need to iterate it. But now we are going to work with Streams API. What is a stream? Stream means flow of data, correct? Or flow of something, flow of water, flow of something. Here, how are we going to achieve it? Now, let me explain. First, we will understand how actually it is happening. Then we will do a reverse engineering. We will just see what is the purpose of it. So now let's say I'm having list of employees. Okay. Now, what is the first step? I need to convert it into a stream. What is the meaning of converting it into a stream? This means one by one employee is going inside. Think of a scenario. You guys are all from different corporates, companies. So when you go into the cafeteria, how do you go? You go in a line, correct, in a single line. Please mute your mics. Yeah. So one by one employee is coming inside. Now, this is just like how you go in a queue in a corporate, like when you're going to the cafeteria. So this is how you stand. Now, actually, so I have converted into a stream. What is the first step? I need to filter. So we are going to call a method called as filter. Well, filter by what? Filter by city. Now, when I say filter by city, think of a scenario where you are entering into your office. Then they are saying that, are you from Bangalore? Yes. Then go into this room. You are not from Bangalore, go outside. Are you from Bangalore? Go into this room. So one by one person is coming in. I am filtering them by city. So remember, here also it will go in the form of values only, one by one value. What actually it is, I'm having a list of employees. When I use something called a stream, the list of employees are going one by one, like flow of data. Then to this, I'm calling, to the input to the filter will be a stream. The output from the filter also will be a stream. So here also again, think of you go to a hospital or something, or not even a hospital. Think of a scenario where you go for a trekking or some entertainment purpose. So first what they're saying, you go in this queue. You are taking the ticket, you are going one by one person, you are going inside. Then after that, they are checking, okay, you are what color you are having? Blue. Okay, you enter into this particular room. You go into this room. In that blue, what is your age? Based on the age, again, they are dividing you into groups. Same way here we are doing it. The input is to the filter is a stream. The output from the filter is also a stream. Here also I want to get the employees by salary. So I am just performing again filter operation. So here, if his salary is greater than 50,000, go out. If it is less than 50,000, then go inside. Likewise, the employees are coming inside. Now, remember, when the moment you convert it into a stream, your source is intact. The source is not getting changed. You are performing multiple operations. Input is a stream, output is a stream. Input is a stream, output is a stream. Now here also I want to call a method just to get the employee names. So finally I'm getting the employee names. This is okay, fine. What are these operations called? These operations are called as intermediate operations. In the sense, the intermediate operations They are called as lazy operations. I cannot see any output. See, same thing, like let me just explain you. You all know water comes from the tanker. From the tank, it comes down through the pipe. So think of a scenario like assume like you are having a filter, water filter at home. When you are having a water filter, how actually water is going through? Like you know about that AquaGuard, Kent, so many different types of water filters are available. If they open it, they will say that it goes through different filters, carbon filter, sand filter, then gravel filter, all that are there, correct? Same way, think now water is coming through the pipe, like here there is one filter. First is sand filter, then gravel filter, stones. So water comes in, comes out, comes in, comes out. Again, I'm having some I'm having some filter. Can I get the water in between? No, it is not possible. So you think this is the mechanism inside your Kent filter. So this is not possible. Finally, okay, if I have to get it, what should I do? I need to add a tap. Only if I'm attaching a tap in the end, I will get water. I hope you can understand. In between, I cannot cut and take the water. The water goes through different filters. So to remove the dirt, to remove the unnecessary particles, sand filter, gravel filter, then carbon filter, to add some extra things, minerals. So mineral filter. And only when you open the tap, till now you have not opened the tap. So what is happening? Nothing is happening. Similarly, all these are intermediate operations. So finally, I should get the output. Can I see the data as a stream? No, it's like flow. It's flowing. So what I need to do is I need to get it back into a result. What can the result be? Either I can get it as a complete list, or I can get the first element alone. I want to see the first element alone. Or I iterate it directly and I can print it. These are the three main things that we will be getting it. Means list or set or map, that is different. I'm just saying it can be converted into a collection. So guys, please understand, when I'm having a list of employees, I'm converting it into a stream. The stream will never change the source. You can create a stream from collections and arrays. The streams will never store the results. You cannot print the streams also. So water is coming in. You are performing so many operations. I need the final output. It means I need to call terminal operation. Okay. I need to call terminal operation. So what is the meaning of a terminal operation? The moment you call terminal operation, you will get it as a list. You can get the final output as a list. Or no, I want only the first element. Or I want to iterate it and print it directly. That also is possible. Okay. So it is same as that is this pipe. Water is coming through. Only when I open the tap, water will come out. Till that time, water will be available. So what is the difference? It means these intermediate operations are called as lazy operations. Terminal operations are called as yearly operations. Only when you call any of this method, the whole operation will be performed. Till that time, you will not be able to get the output. When you try to print the stream, you will get only the hash code value. Okay, what is the advantage? Why are they doing it? Because in all these scenarios, you will be working with intermediate operations, means certain methods. All these methods take functional interfaces. So if I have to implement a functional interface, I can implement it using Lambda expressions. So we will be using only Lambda expressions. What about this iteration, creating temporary lists? Nothing is required. Nothing is required. Whatever you have been writing with 50 to 60 lines of code is reduced to single liners. So that is the best advantage of working with Streams API. Okay, so it helps processing of your elements faster and also easier. Okay, now let me go to the slide. So what is stream? Stream is like a sequence of elements. It supports both sequential and parallel operations. When will we go in for parallel operations? The same story I will tell you. In your office, there are only 20 employees. I want to get the details about the employees. So I can ask them to stand in a row. So they are all standing in a row. They are going through one by one operations. Okay, first one is you get the details of that person. Then the second one is get the details in the sense, get their name, get their ID, get their phone number. The second one is I need to check their height, weight, health checkup. Whole thing I need to check. That is the second step. The third step is like I want to check what is their favorite food, what is their favorite hobby and all that. So it means that it is very easy. So 20, the set is very small. What if my set is huge? I'm having 1,000 employees or 2,000 employees. Will they do the same operation? No. What they will do is they will divide and rule. They will divide it into multiple groups. Each group has to perform the operation. Suppose say I want to know, get the list of employees who belong to a particular department, means from here few people, from here few people. All the few people will be coming inside. I will combine them. So for that only we are working with parallel stream. This is where he asked me a question. So when will we use parallel stream in a real-time scenario? Parallel streams are used for processing, not exactly for getting the data from the backend. It is usually used for processing of data. But what kind of processing we will discuss. Okay. Streams are abstraction for processing of collection of values. The moment you say abstraction, what exactly is the meaning of it? Abstraction means I don't want to show how actually it is happening. That is the meaning of abstraction. Think of a car, you really don't know like how the wheel is connected to the engine or how the accelerator is connected to the wheel. For me as an end user, when I press the accelerator, it has to proceed forward. So this is the meaning of abstraction. Abstraction means it is doing all the work for me and it is easier for us to do. All the ready-made items, whatever you are seeing in the market, they are all an abstraction. We really don't know from where the milk is coming and how they are just applying. Then now, even today, I saw Horlicks milkshake. So it's an abstraction. So rather than you taking Horlicks and mixing it with milk and sugar, just putting it in mixie and just making it a milkshake, they're just giving it to you. So it's an abstraction. You don't have to do the work. Somebody is going to do the work for you. So streams can be created from collection, arrays, and iterators. Iterators is a part of it only. Stream allows to transform and retrieve data. Transform is very, very important. I'm getting a list. I'm passing a list of employees. From there, I just want to get their names. So that is possible. So a transformation, or get the employees and just convert them into something else. Transformation is possible. And retrieve data. Stream will not store its element. Stream will not change its stores. Every time you will get a new stream which returns a result. Input is a stream, output is a stream. If I want the final output, I need to call terminal operations. Now, similarly, you are having specialized streams for primitive data types. Every time when we learn about streams, usually we forget about the specialized streams. That is also very, very important to understand. Okay. Now, how do you create a stream? Whenever you want to create a stream, there are many methods available based on what you are working with. If you are working with a collection, a list, you can use stream of. This method. That is list.stream. That is a method. If I want to convert an array into a stream, the method is stream.of. Okay. Now, internally, it is using this method. The stream.of internally uses this method, which is arrays.string. Okay. Now, let us not go into the theory part too much. While doing, I will explain. But before that, you should know what are intermediate operations, what is the pipeline of operations. So let us see that. Okay. Here there are two types of streams. One is stream, the other one is parallel stream. Parallel stream again will do the same operations like a stream only. You forget about this. This also. Okay. Operations on streams. We have discussed it already. One is an intermediate operation. The other one is a terminal operation. Intermediate operation always returns a stream. Terminal operation returns a result. So actually you need to understand the pipeline, just like what I have explained. A pipeline consists of a source, which is nothing but a list, through which you can perform 0 to many intermediate operations. Filter, map, limit, sort, all that you do. And finally, you need to end it with a terminal operation. You can call only one terminal operation. Okay. Once the terminal operation is called, the stream is consumed. Once I have opened the tap and I have filled my bottle with water, means the water in that pipe is consumed. Here also the stream is consumed. The stream operations do the iterations internally. We don't have to perform any iteration. We are just going to provide the condition or the requirement. Okay. What are the intermediate operations? So now we will see few intermediate operations like filter, map, limit, skip, distinct, sorted. These are all called as lazy operations. You can chain them together. These will not begin until the terminal operation is called. Okay, then what can be the terminal operation? The terminal operation can be for each, for iterating, iterator, for converting it into an iterator. Reduce means I want one single value. I can use reduce, sum, max, min, average. These methods are also available. Find first, match, collect, count, and so many other methods they have introduced of late also. Okay, what is the pipeline of an operation? Create a stream, perform the intermediate operation, then apply a terminal operation. Now the stream can no longer be used. Okay, fine. Now let me directly go into the coding part. So yesterday, I think I have. Okay, let me create a new project only. Employees here.
Ma'am, could you please explain like what is the difference between parallel stream and stream?
Okay, in case of parallel stream, what if suppose if I'm having some 100 elements means, if I'm having 100 elements means, so if I'm using, if on this, if I'm calling dot stream method, what it will do is it will convert these 100 elements into a stream of values like this. If I'm using dot parallel stream means it will automatically convert it into two different streams. Like internally, we will not know. Internally, what it will do is it will convert it into two different streams. One stream with few elements and the other stream with few set of elements. So this is how the parallel stream will work. Parallel stream will not be used for minimal values. See, directly you can call parallel stream and you can call for each. Whatever operation you want to perform, you can perform using parallel stream. But parallel stream has to be used only when your data set is large. Till that time, you are not supposed to use parallel stream, or else you are consuming more and more CPU time. Okay. First, let us start with the sequential stream. Some questions were there. Audio, guys, are you all able to hear me?
Yes, we are able to hear you.
Here. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Now
Okay.
Ma'am, there is one question. The parallel streams and the other streams, it can be the ascending order or the descending order, or it can be in between them. We can choose them. For the starting one should be the parallel stream and the other one will be the next stream.
I didn't get you. Can you repeat it, please?
Can you share that screen just last week? Yeah, in the streams that you are saying that it is going within a one streams. Okay. In the parallel stream, you are saying that there are the two different streams. Can we decide it that which starting streams will be going to the first one or the second one?
No. That is not possible. That is not possible. You are just dividing it. You perform set of operations, and you will be using a method called as for each remaining to iterate the values.
Yeah.
So what you are asking is, can I decide the starting set and the mid set where exactly it has to go? That's what you are asking, right?
Yeah.
No. Okay. Now let us get started. First,
Hello,
I'm going to explain what I will explain. Let me just tell you. So we are going to see a few programs. First is we will see how to create a stream and perform some operations. While performing the operation, we are going to understand about the functional interfaces. I mean, how to use Lambda expressions.
Hello.
Okay. Yeah.
Ma'am, actually, in normal sequential stream, we can maintain the order right now, ma'am.
Yes.
Ordering. In parallel stream, but we cannot, right?
You cannot.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I have one doubt. So, can we combine this parallel stream with threads like something? Because usually for conventional loops, we use threads to parallelly process our work. For example, parallel processing in the sense for running the loops or else to parallelly do some actions. Can we do this along with the parallel streams which we have? No, will it work efficiently? I mean, any threads,
Actually, I
virtual
have
threads.
not tried it, because see, when you talk about the thread management part, like we will be whatever logic you are creating and whatever threads you want, it will be created by concurrency API. And also there are few inbuilt classes which are responsible for performing these operations internally. So I have not worked with threads and parallel streams. Maybe I will just and I will tell you.
Okay.
Okay. So now we will see how to create a stream, perform operations, and okay. And then this is okay, kind of basic. You will be able to understand. But where exactly the thing the reality occurs is like when you are working with user-defined objects. When you are working with user-defined objects, how are you going to perform all these operations? So this is very, very important. And here there are, we are not going in for very advanced operations, because there are so many advanced operations. Like I can group the employees by department. If you have to do it using a normal for loop, it is very, very difficult. Means, suppose I'm having 10 employees, 2 employees belong to admin, 3 employees belong to research, 4 employees belong to marketing. So if I have to group it, it is very difficult to do if you are doing using normal for loop. But in case of Streams API, you have got certain methods for that. Finding the maximum number, finding the minimum number, all that are very easy when you are working with Streams API. Okay. Now, let us get started with this. Okay, guys, I'm going to start with a very basic one. Let me create a new class. We will, so now today's session is basic, okay? Once we will discuss about the advanced concepts of Streams API. So provided you are comfortable with Streams, you can just attend that one, or else it will be confusing. Now, in this, we will see the basic ones. Come on. Okay. Okay. First step is we need a list. So let us add arrays.asList by passing few courses, maybe Java. Again, another Java. This is my list. So we will see the steps one by one. So I want to convert my list into a stream. The return type of this is a list. List of string courses equal to. Okay. Now what next? We have to convert it into a stream. The method is dot stream courses dot stream. See the return type, it is a stream of string. When you, I told you, you can never print it. So let us try just calling it first. Stream of string str1 equal to. Purposefully, I am just trying to print it. See what it is printing. str1. Import stream. All these are from java.util package. Now let me run this. Here you can see it is just printing the reference pipeline, actually a hash code value. So you can never print a stream. The input to the, so you are having a list, you have converted it into a stream, you cannot print it. Now on this, you can perform any kind of operation. So first operation, what I want, I just want to filter the list. So dot filter. What does filter take? Filter takes predicate as parameter. What is predicate? Predicate is a functional interface. So let me just keep the cursor here. Predicate. Just wanted to check whether you guys have an idea about Lambda expressions. Yeah. Have
Yes.
you?
Yes.
Yeah. Everybody, have you worked with Lambda expressions?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah. Very good. Okay. So and method references. What about method references?
Yes, ma'am.
We were
Static references and constructor references.
Okay. Okay. Very good. Okay. Fine. Fine. So now, yeah. So now let us just see this one. So filter takes predicate as parameter. Predicate is a functional interface. So let me just click on this. So it is from java.util.function. I just want to see the method which is there. So it is taking test. It takes one single parameter. So if I have to implement it using Lambda expression, I have to copy this parameter alone, just the parameter. No need to bother about the method. Excuse me. Method and the return type. So here, predicate, it is of type string. Okay, let me just have string. Pred is equal to one parameter only it is taking. Arrow, method body. This is how we will write the logic. This is how we will write the logic. So first is I need to import predicate. And then what is the logic? We have to provide a condition because it has to return true or false. So let me just check. So here it is str. Either you can give string str or simply you can give str. This is enough. It is actually type invoked automatically. It will understand. I don't need the round parenthesis also. Okay, now within this, we are going to check for a condition. So what is the condition? If str.length, maybe any condition you can check. I'm just checking length is greater than 5. Then return true. Else return false. This is how you implement Lambda expression. Now, when you are working with Streams API, it is enough that you just specify the true condition. If it is not satisfied, it will not even go to the next room. That's what I'm saying. When employees are going in, if they are not from Bangalore, then they are not supposed to go to the next room. Or if they are not from marketing, if I want to give a party to the marketing people, all the employees are coming in. One by one person I'm checking. If he is from marketing, I'm allowing him to enter into the hall. That is the entertainment hall. If he is not from marketing, I'm sending him out. So it is enough that you provide the condition. So here, in this case, I just have to give the condition. No need of curly braces. So, and no need of false condition. And you don't have to, because you have removed the curly braces, you need to remove the return statement also. Technically, it is return true only. So just to provide the condition, just this condition, that is enough. This is how you will write the logic. str.length greater than 5. If it is true, then it will move forward for the next method. So now, this is the implementation. So let us implement it here. str arrow, the condition is str.length should be greater than 3. So whatever elements are having the length greater than 3 will come to the next line. On this, now again I can call, see the parameter, let me keep the curly braces, 1 minute. Let me keep the cursor here. See the return type, it is stream of string. On this, again I can call operations. So what are the operations we can call? You can convert it back into a list, that is collect. You can get the total count. You can get the distinct element, which is stream. So here, now I'm not touching that one. Now I want to iterate it and print it directly. I want to print it directly. So what is the method? We have to call a terminal operation. The method is for each. Okay, intermediate operation is filter. The method here is for each. So for each ordered. Now you asked me how to work with this parallel streams. So when you are working with parallel streams, you can use this for each ordered also. Fine. Now here coming to this one, for each is taking consumer as parameter. So what about consumer? How will you implement consumer? Consumer. So let me click on consumer. Consumer. Okay, see how nicely they have given the names. Consumer means it's going to consume data. It is accepting something, you need to print it, no return type. Supplier means it is going to give you data. So the method is accept. Guys, if you notice, here we are not even calling the test method of predicate. We are just providing the functionality. Internally, the method is getting called. Okay, so now I don't need this. Now I have to implement consumer. So how will you implement consumer? Consumer con is equal to. So based on the data type, in our case, it is str. It is taking str, arrow, no return type. So within curly braces, sys or something. So you're just going to print str or str dot to uppercase. Whatever logic you want, you can write it over here. That's okay, fine. But I want to write it in one single line. What you can do, remove these curly braces. So in one single line, you are writing the logic. The same thing we are going to do it here. So 1 by 1 string is coming inside. I'm going to print it. So str dot to uppercase. Okay, so here only I told you can use method reference. Let us not touch that now. So this is Lambda expressions. So what we have done is we are converting our list into a stream, filtering it and printing it. So let me run this. Save and run. Here you can see everything is coming in a proper manner. But I don't want to have duplicates. So what we can do, we can use one other method, which is distinct, dot distinct. This is also a intermediate operation. So all the intermediate operations you can add one by one, and finally you can call a terminal operation. That's how it is. Okay, save on and let me run it. Now see, the Java which was again coming, duplicated Java is not coming inside. Okay, but here it is not sorted properly. So what we can do, we can use some other method called as sorted. Dot sorted. Okay, so you are seeing two methods. So any idea what is the purpose of the second method? As of now, we are working with list of string values. If I'm working with list of user-defined objects, then I can go in for the second method, which takes comparator as parameter. And now in our case, we will use sorted. Okay, sorted dot for each. So now let us run this. See, it is sorted in a proper manner. Now I want to print only the first three elements. So what I can do, there is also one other method called as dot limit. Excuse me, guys. All these are intermediate operations. Okay, it is taking limit. I want to print the first three elements only. See, keep the cursor here, see the return type stream. Keep the cursor here, see the return type stream, return type stream, return type stream. But here for each void. Why? Because this is the terminal operation. Okay, so these are all intermediate operations. Now let me save this and let me run it. Angular, Java, JavaScript. It is printing only, after sorting. Guys, please understand, if I just comment the sort, the total set will change. I hope you can understand this, right? So I'm sorting it first and then on that I'm limiting it. So this is for a very basic sorting operation, basic thing. Now, based on this, I will ask you a question. Now, there are many methods to convert it into a stream. Courses.stream, we are using a list. This is okay. What if I want to generate some value. So there is a method called a stream.generate. Generate is taking supplier as parameter. It is returning an infinite string. It's a sequential string. So let me press enter. It takes supplier. What is supplier? Supplier is again a functional interface. It takes an input of, it takes no input, but it returns an output. Supplier, it is supplying you value. Okay, supplier. See here. No input, but it returns some value. Guys, give me a second. No input, but it is returning a value. So how can I use it here? No input, arrow, method body. Method body, inside the method body, I need to return something. Return hello. Okay. Well, I want to do it in one liner. So how I can do? I can just remove this curly braces, remove the return statement also. So by seeing this only, you should understand this is a return value. Okay, it is something like this is an interface which is returning a value. The value is hello. Okay, now I have done this. What next? After this, we can use again for each to print it. Now that we have seen for each, let us also see one more method. Method references we will use. Or I want to convert it back into a list. No, here we will use for each only, so that I want to ask the question. I'm using for each. So again, it is taking consumer. Let me print the string. So what is this? This is an infinite stream. There is no ending part at all. Let me save this and run it. See, it's an infinite stream. Now, let me just click this. I don't want to print this much. I want to have a stop value. I want to print only the first 10 elements. So what I can do? I want to print. See guys, please understand. Here I am having a list. I am explicitly converting my list into a stream. In our case, we are generating a stream all by ourselves. The value of that stream is hello. But I want to print only 10 times. So what I can do? Any of these methods I can use? I can use dot limit. Yeah, very good. Dot limit and pass 10 dot for each. And now let us run this. So only 10 elements will be printed. Okay. There is also something called a skip. So here for the first case, we have given sorted and limit, right? So it is printing Angular, Java, JavaScript. Instead of limit, if I do skip, the first 3 elements will be skipped and it will print the remaining elements. Now see, it is printing the last 2 elements. So Streams API is way too easy and interesting to work with. But understand where the challenge of Streams API comes in. When you are working with user-defined objects, number 1. And then when you are working with optional, you should be, guys, it is not only essential part for Java. If you are a person who is going to work in Spring or microservices, and all these scenarios, you will be getting a list of values from the backend database. So you have to perform certain processing. You cannot go and work with a legacy for each or for loop what you have been working with. You have to, or you should only use Streams API for grouping, for processing, for iterating, for filtering, and all that. Okay. Now we will move on to the next one. Again, let me use courses.stream. Now in this case, here it will not be that much practical. When we are working with an employee, we will be able to get the clarity. So courses.stream. Now there is one more method, very, very important method, map. There are different varieties of maps available. Now let us see the first one, map. What does map take? Map takes function as parameter. Function is a functional interface. So what are the interfaces we have seen? Here it is predicate. Here it is consumer. Here it is supplier. Now in this case, it is function. So function is one of my favorite interfaces. Let me just click on this. It is from this function. It takes 2 parameters. The first parameter is an input. The second parameter is the output. It takes an input of one type and converts it into an output of another type. Or same type. It can be same type also. So now, same thing we will try it out here. 1 by 1 string is coming inside. That is the input. Now I need to get something. Return something. So first time we are doing. So we will return str dot to uppercase. So what is that we are doing is like we are getting an input of one type, that is str, and converting it into an output of same type or different type. Now to start with, we are converting it into the same type. Now let me remove the curly braces. remove the return statement also. We don't need this. I'm doing it in one single line. And then, so see the return type, map return type, stream of string only. So this is okay, fine. Now I want to convert it into a list. Till now we have been using for each. How will you convert it into a list? My dear guys, there are so many methods available. The first method is collect. So within which we are going to use collectors.toList. This is one method. Collectors.toList is available, toMap is available, toSet is available. So, so many are available. Now let us say select toList. Okay. And now the return type is a list. List of courses. We'll see one more modification in this. And I just want to print it. So CISO N courses. This is very simple. Like we have done the same thing. It's printing everything properly. So in this you can combine filter, distinct, skip and all that you can combine. Now what I want is, I don't want to get the uppercase. I want to get the length of each and every element. So how will you do it? So same thing. Let me just copy it. Courses.stream dot get the length of each and every element dot length. So what is the return type? Int. So if I keep the cursor here, see here what it is saying, stream of integer. I hope you can understand. It is stream of integer. Now what is coming outside? It will come as 4, 6, 5, 5, 4, 3, like that it will come. So one by one element is coming out, but the return type is a list of integer. Sorry, list of integer. So let us convert it into .toList. There is also a method. See the return type, it is list of integer. So input is str, output is length. This is a very, very important method. Now we are working with string elements. What if I'm working with list of employees? In those use cases, this will be very helpful. Now the return type is list of. These are all like just a introduction. So n length. So here it is list of integer and CISO length. Okay. Now let me run this. See the output. The length of each and every element. Okay, fine. Now I want to find the sum. How do you find the sum? There are many methods available to get the sum, to get the minimum number, to get the maximum number. All that are available. Now, in our case, I just want to find the sum. What is the easiest way available? If you are working with primitive streams, I repeat, if you are working with primitive streams, let's say here you are having a list. Let's say I'm having an array. Int square bracket ARR is equal to new int of square bracket 10, 20, 30, 40. Now, if I have to convert this into a stream, not integer, but int. If I need to convert this into a stream, so the method is arrays.string. Okay. See the parameter. It takes double array, int array, and see the return type. These are all called as specialized streams. Int stream, double stream, long stream. And what about the functional interfaces for them? Int consumer, double consumer, long consumer, likewise it will come. So now here I'll just show you one small example. I have got arrays.stream. I'm converting it into a string. So the output is int string. Now I want to get the sum of all elements. If you are doing it using for each, what you have to do? You have to iterate through it and you have to find it. Or if you have to find the maximum element, what you have to do? First, you have to create a maximum element, compare each and every element with that, and then we will do it. Here, see, let me give dot operator. There are so many methods literally available. Average, then count, distinct, then again, one more is like sum. Can you see the sum, max, min? All these methods are available. Now, as of now, we need sum. So I'm just going to call sum. So this is sum. So CISO in the end, CISO, sorry, I'll just get it in a variable. Int sum is equal to and CISO sum. Any questions? Yeah, any questions? Sorry, I didn't see the. Is the sorting by alphabetical order? Yeah. So sorting means you can use sorted method. It is by alphabetical order. No, I want reverse alphabetical order means what will you do? You have to properly implement comparator. You have to implement it and you have to give it. In the same thing here, I will just show you. Okay, now we have calculated the sum. The same thing I want to calculate the sum of length of all the elements in the list. So sum of salaries of all the employees. Can you understand? What we are seeing is minimum. Now we will start with that now. How to do that? Let me explain. So in this case, after getting the length, I have to get the sum. So do I have a method as dot sum? Do I have a method? No, it's not available. Why? Because this sum method is available only for these method specialized streams, int stream, double stream, for them only it is available. So what I can do, there are two ways. One is you can use a method called as reduce, or you can convert this into a primitive stream. How to convert it into a primitive stream? So here, one by one element, whatever is coming here. Guys, actually here you can use method reference. I'm not touching that. One by one element is coming inside. I'm getting the length. The length is not int, but it is integer. Okay, it's an object. But what I want is, I want to convert it into int array. I want to convert. So here is like, actually it is like integer array of values. That's what we are converting and we are printing it. But what I want is, I want an int array like this so that I can call some method directly. So how can you convert it into an int stream? Not an array, int stream. Just like what you are writing here. The moment I call map, something I have to call so that I'm getting the output as an int stream. If I'm getting an int stream, on the int stream, I can call some method. Getting it? Please understand. Only if it is a primitive stream, you can call the sum method. So what we will do is, there is, instead of using map, control space, there is a method called as map to int. Can you see this? See the return type. This is int stream. What is the function it is taking? To int function. Anyways, we have given the logic. Function takes an input of one type, converts an output to int type. Takes an input of one type long, converts an output to long type. First one, take an input of one type, convert it into double. So what you want to convert, whether you want int value, double value, or long value, you decide. Okay, I want int value. So we will select this map to int. Now what is the output of map to int? Int stream. If you are having an int stream, you can directly call sum method. So you will get the sum of int sum of length of all the elements. Sum 1. Now let me run this. See, this is for the second one and this is 39. Is it clear? No, I don't want to convert it into an int stream. I want to keep mine intact. I want to have it as a map of integer, integer only. It's stream of integer. Guys, it is very, very important to remember, stream of integer is different from int stream. Now, we will do the same thing. Again, I'm just going to use courses.stream. Courses.stream dot. Instead of using map to int, I will use map to map alone. The output is stream of integer. So here it is stream of integer. That's the difference. Here it is int stream. Okay. On this, I want to get the sum. So there is a method called as reduce. Reduce is used for performing aggregate operations. Okay. How do you calculate the sum in an array? First, you will write int sum is equal to 0. Then you will use a for loop. Inside the for loop, you will write sum is equal to sum plus I. This is a normal logic which usually you write, correct? So rather than you writing it, we are going to do it. What you can see this one, binary operator accumulator. What you want to add? You want to add 2 elements. So you are just going to tell what are the binary, not unary, binary. So 2 property, x comma y. And what is the logic? X plus y. So one by one element it will take, it will add it to the sum and it will print it. What about the second one? Integer identity. I have an initial value. With that initial value, I want to add. So you can use the second method. Int sum is equal to 0 or int sum is equal to 100. I have an initial value. With that, I want to start means you can use the second method. Now, in our case, we'll use the first method. So here, it takes binary operator. Guys, actually, you can just click on this binary operator and you can see what is there. Always remember, whenever you're working with these kind of classes, it's better to check the spec rather than going to different blocks. Binary operator extends by function. What is function? Function takes 2 parameters, 1 input, 1 output. By function means it takes 2 input, 1 output. 2 input, it can be of any type. One can be string, one can be integer, output can be string or output can be integer. It can be any combination. So what is the method here by function? So it is not having any, this fellow is not having any method. It is having only static methods. This fellow is purposes to perform reduce. Let me click on by function. See the method, apply. 2 input, 1 output. Input can be of any type. Clear? Now I'll just go here. Now, Control D. Now here, reduce. So I have to pass 2 input and I have to print the output. X plus y. And then on that, so what it is actually, so is this an aggregate operation? Now let us keep the cursor here. What it is returning? It is returning an optional. Optional is unavoidable now in today's scenario. Any idea what is the purpose of optional?
Yes, to avoid null values.
Null pointer exception.
And to avoid null pointer exception. Okay. Yeah. So a few of you have answered. What is the difference between map and flatMap? Map is used for, it is taking function as interface. A function interface as parameter. What about flatMap? FlatMap is like for flattening the elements. I'm having a list of list, or I'm having an array of array, 2-dimensional array. If I have to convert a 2-dimensional array into individual elements, suppose say in your office there are 2 in one single group, there are 2 rows. So what I have to do, I have to flatten them. Ask the first row to come. Ask the second row to 5 groups. Take the first group. First group is like first row. In that you just get everyone. Then the second row, get everyone. Likewise, it has to go flatMap. And sorted. Okay, you have used comparator.reverse order, or you can directly implement using Lambda expression. Okay. Now optional. We have to discuss about optional. What is the purpose of optional? So I'll just take another example. I will explain it and then we'll come back here. Right click, new class, optional demo. Just give me a second. Please mute your mic. I think Yogesh, your mic is not in mute. Yeah, thank you. So first, now let us understand about optional and then we'll go in for a proper employee example. So what is the purpose of optional? Optional is used for avoiding null pointer exception. As a developer, we always forget to check whether it is null or not. Before checking it, we try to print it. During the runtime, we may get null pointer exception. Okay. So there are methods like, so here, I will just take the same program here now. I'm just going to this one. Dot filter. Actually, we have got dot filter. After this, I want to, so what are the terminal operations? We have seen most of the intermediate operations, that is filter, limit, sorted, then skip, then distinct, all that we have seen. What about the terminal operation? What are the terminal operations? Convert it into a list. Method is collect, or you can use toList method. I want to print it directly for each. Similarly, you can use iterator. There is one important method which is find first. So it is dot find first. What is the return type? It is an optional. Optional is like a container. It may either have value or it will not have any value at all. So let me select find first. Now I'm just going to get it in an optional. Optional of what is the type? String. OPT is equal to. Now till this it is okay, fine. Now what about this optional? It is a container. It may either have value or it may be empty. If it is having value, it will print it. If it is empty, it will throw an exception. So always remember, whenever you are working with optional, you need to check whether it is having value or not. So now I'm not going to check. I need to get the value. I need to get the first element. So in our case, string length and greater than 3 means the first element is Java. So I need to get Java. So what I have to do? OPT dot get. See the return type, it is a string. So let me get it. String first is equal to OPT dot get. So first. Okay. Now let me run this. It's working fine. Suppose if I give get the length of elements greater than 10. So what will be the output of filter? The stream is empty. None of the elements are having length greater than 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Thank you. So my stream will be empty. I am trying to call find first on an empty stream. So this will throw no such element exception. See here, exception in thread main, no such element exception, no value present. In which line? Line number 15. So always it is mandatory. See, okay, you might be wondering, why are they giving it in optional? Why can't they give the string value directly? Suppose think of a scenario. If they have given the return type of find first as a string, as a developer, what you will do? You will try to convert it into, str.to uppercase. Now, whatever is coming out of the filter, if the filter is empty, you are trying to call find first. The value is not there. Your string value will be null. If you are trying to call str.to uppercase, it will throw null pointer exception. To avoid that, all these return types are optional. Now, what should I do? It is mandatory that I need to check it before running it. So how to do the check? There are n number of methods available. I'll just show you. First is OPT dot if present. If it is present, print it, or else don't print it. So how I can give str syso str. If the value is present, print the value. So this is one way. Now again, OPT dot. There are two more methods. Is empty, is present. So you can use any of this. I will use is present. So here I can use this condition. If OPT dot is present, then syso. Okay, then we will use these two lines. Okay. If the value is present, print it, or else don't print it. So in none of the cases, I don't have any output at all, so nothing is coming. Right? Or I can even check with is empty. If it is empty, if not empty, print it. Okay, suppose if I'm changing it to greater than 1, then I will get the output. So similar to that, there is also one more method. If present. If it is present, print it. If it is not present, no problem. Don't print that value, but print me some other value. So it is taking the second parameter as runnable. What is runnable? Runnable is from our multi-threading. Runnable is also having only one single method. So how nicely they have combined, you see, they have used that runnable to print the value here. So if the value is present, print it. So I will just use this. If it is present, use the consumer to print it. If it is not present, what is runnable having? One single method, no parameter, just to print it, any default value. Okay, so what it will do now? If the value is present, it will print the value. If the value is not present, it will print the default value. By this way, we are avoiding exception. There's some error somewhere. Now let me run this. Now again I will give 10. So last case will be default value. Okay. Find first, find any. Find any also, if any of the value. Find first means it will print the first value. Find any means any specific value. You can never just get the proper one. See, there is no change also. Okay. Now, one important thing. Now, I don't want to write so many lines. I want to use, if the value is available, print the value, or else you give me the value again immediately. How to do that? Now, let us use this. I don't want to use optional and all. Directly, I want to call it. Till find first, I will copy. opt.stream.filter.find first. On this called, there are so many substitute values. If the value is available, return the value, or else I will give you substitute methods. See, what are the methods? See the methods. Or if the value is available, return it, or else you print this one. If the value is available, return that value, or else print some other value. Dummy value. So it will print this dummy value. String str is equal to this, so str. Now see. So dummy value, it is printing dummy value. No, I don't want to use or else. There is one interesting thing I'm just leaving it to you guys. There is a method called as or else and also or else get. If you notice, or else is to return a substitute values. Or else get also is going to return a substitute value, but it takes supplier as parameter. What is the difference between these two? In the second case, you are calling a method. You are just returning a value using a supplier. In both the things, you can write a method to call these two actually. So I can write a method where the method will return a value for this. A method will return a value for this. Both the cases, I can have a method. The difference is, in case of or else, if the value is available or if the value is not available, the method will be called. In case of or else get, only if the value is not available, the find first value is not available, it will enter into that particular method. By this, we are avoiding it. So guys, always remember, now how nicely they have given us, every method is having two types. One is directly giving the string value. The other one is using supplier. Always use the one which is having supplier. Why? Because it will return a substitute. If you are calling a method, it will return that value. Okay, quickly I'll just show you and then we'll go in for that one. Find first. Here, see. Suppose let me create a static string. Show. This one showing a return hello. Okay, so what I have to give or else, right? So I'll just show with the or else first. In case of or else, instead of dummy value, let me call the method show. It has to call the method. Okay, if it is not available, it has to call show and it has to print it, showing and hello. Let us check it. It is printing showing and hello. Correct? Now what I will do is I will give the proper one. str.length less greater than 1. So what it has to do? Now the value is available. Why it has to go to URLs? But still it will go. See here. Still it is going to the method. How many lines are there? Whatever lines you have got, everything is executed and it is returning hello. So now I will use RLs method. Someone's mic is on, not in mute. Please mute your mics. RLs get. Now I will just comment this one and I will use RLs get. Okay, it takes supplier as parameter. So no parenthesis, arrow. We have to return a value, right? So for returning a value, I'm calling show method. Anyways, this method is returning a value. Okay, show. Or else get show. Same thing, whatever I have done for or else, here I am doing it. Now in this case, first again I'll go with the error message 10. If it is greater than 10, find first is not there. So it has to come to this method, go and call show, and it has to return the value. So it is printing showing and hello. Correct. Now I'll give the proper one, greater than 1. Let me save it. Now what is happening? Let me run this. See, this time here also I have to change, no, 1. So here, wait. In both the cases, we will try it out. I'm adding a dummy println statement. For in both the cases, I have given greater than 10. Both the condition fails. Both the cases, condition fails. So let us see what is happening. Both the times it is printing showing and hello. Okay. Now this is done. This is using RLs show. And this is using RLs get. Now clear now. First one is using RLs. Second one is using RLs get. Now let me run this. Both of them are calling that show method to give the default value. Now I will give the proper condition, greater than 1. Here also greater than 1. Now let me run it. Now see what is happening. In the first case, even though you are having the first element, it goes to RLs. It is calling the method unnecessarily. There is not a need at all, but it is still calling it. In the second case, the moment you get the first element, it is not even entering into RLs get. The show method is not getting called. I hope you can understand the difference. The show method is not getting called. So which is the right approach? Always use RLs get. If you are using RLs, you are just giving more pressure to go and execute a method unnecessarily. So that is the difference between RLs and RLs get. Okay. So this is how actually your application works. So we have seen optional. Let me go back to the same code. Here, see the return type of reduce. It is optional int. See, optional integer. Not int sum, but it is optional integer. So here I have to give it as optional integer. OPT is equal to. So what you have to do again, you need to call it using opt.get or opt.if present. Number. See, so number. Okay. So many things you can do with Streams API. What we have seen is how actually you can work with Streams API properly. So now, the sum. We are trying to get the sum only, no? Sum. We are using this method and also we are using this method. So whichever is better for you, you can use it. Which one is an optimal way? The second one is an optimal way. Here we are having an extra burden of converting it into int stream. So in this case, it is optimal. We are having a stream of integer already. On that, you are performing reduce operation. This is an aggregate operation. Okay. Now that we have understood this, we will quickly do one program on this. So this is my employee class. This is for advanced streams API. Name, department, salary. Go to source, generate to string. Name, department, salary. Okay. Now on this we will work. Now let me create a class. EMP demo. Again, as usual, add the main method. Okay. So I need a list of employee objects. Oh, here we are using list.off method. New employee.
Ma'am,
Ah,
list.out means immutable, right, ma'am?
unmodifiable list. You cannot modify it.
Array is list we can enable.
That is also not modifiable. That also you cannot modify. Both of them are unmodifiable. So this is immutable. Also immutable.
Okay, thank you. HR, finance, IT, 2010, 12,000, 10,000. Okay. So this is our list of employees. I wanted to have ID also, but that's okay, fine. So the return type is list of employees is equal to. Okay, fine. Now on this, we are going to perform certain operations. The first one is I want to get the list of employees by department. Okay, so we have got certain departments. So if you are doing it using a for each, that is very difficult. Now we will do it using streams. The first step is convert your list, convert employees to stream. So the method is employees.stream. See the return type, stream of employee. Okay, on that we will call filter method. Filter takes predicate as parameter. It means one by one employee is coming in. In the previous case, it was like one by one string value. So it was easier. Now, one by one employee is coming inside. On this employee, I need to check whether he belongs to a particular department. So, see guys, this is not a single value, but it is an object. So, in this emp dot get department, okay, dot equals. So, maybe like I can give it as IT. And then Now, okay, I have got the employees. What next? I can convert it back into a list, or I can iterate it and print it. So if I have to convert it back into a list, .toList. See the return type again, it is list of employee. Okay. No, I don't want to convert it into a list. I want to use for each. Use it directly. EMP print it. So I want to print only the employee name. EMP.getName. That also is fine. Or you can print the employees directly. Save all. So I'll just print the employee directly. Save all and print it. Okay, so the people who belong to a particular department, we are getting it. Okay. Now in this, I want to get the list of employees where the salary is less than 20,000. List of employees where the salary is less than 20,000. So we will try it out on this only. So first filter is done. What is that? On that, I can again use the next filter. So employee, in this set of employees, whatever we have got earlier, in this set of employee, EMP.get salary. Okay. Less than 20,000. And now we can print it. It is printing 3 employees having the salary greater than less than 20,000. Now I want to sort them. How to sort them? So are the same employees. See whatever picture we are seeing here. So on the same employees, I want to sort them. How to do that? If I give dot sorted, let us see what is happening. I purposefully give dot sorted. It is giving me an error. Why? How it will know with what you have to sort? Whether you want to sort it with name, or you want to sort it with department or salary. You need to provide it, right? So guys, here you can use Lambda expression, or you can work with the inbuilt method. I'll show you both. So Lambda expression means what? So we are using the second sorted method, which takes comparator as parameter. So let us write the logic. Comparator means it's a functional interface. It has compare method, which takes 2 parameters. Employee 1, employee 2. 2 employees are coming inside. I need to compare their names. Employee.getName dot compare to employee2.getName. This is the logic. Okay. So let me just show you. Comparator. Control click. See, this is the comparator interface. The abstract method is compare. We are implementing this. Okay. Now we are sorting it by name. So first is I'm having a list of employees. I am converting them into a stream. Then getting the employees who belong to IT. From there, getting the employees whose salary is less than 20,000. And then I am sorting the employees by name and I have to print it. Now let me run this. See, it's printing it by name. A, K, and R. Initially, it came as A, R, and K, right? A, K, and R. Okay. Now, I want to do reverse sorting. Or I want to sort the employees by their salary. Is it possible? Yeah, all are possible. But before that, how to do reverse sorting? In this case, just give E2.getName dot compare to E1.getName. Now run it. So here, see. It is sorting. Okay. Now, there is also one other method which we can use. Dot sorted. See how nicely they have given. I'll show you. I'll go to the same comparator. Let me scroll down. There are so many default and static methods. You can see that. Comparator dot comparing. There is a method. Reverse order you guys told. Right. There is one method. Comparator. I can search for it. Okay, here it is. Comparator dot comparing. It's a static method. So you have to call it only using the interface name. What it is taking as parameter? Function as parameter. The first one is function as parameter. The second one is comparator as parameter. What we are going to do is, usually what did you do? You explicitly wrote the logic for this, correct? So you are just passing the 2 parameters and you are using compare to method. Rather than that, you can just use this comparing method. There are 2 methods. This is one. There is also one more, overloaded method. See, it is just taking function as parameter. With what you want to compare? I want to compare with name. So just to provide with what you want to compare. That's it. So here I can use the static method comparator dot comparing, inside which we need to pass the function interface. So what is that? So one by one employee is coming in, emp dot get. Okay, so here directly I will use method reference, or you have to compare it separately. You have to use emp, then just get it. Emp dot emp double colon get length, salary, get salary. I want to compare with salary. You can do the same operation here also. E2 dot get salary dot compare to E1 dot get salary. You can do that. Or you can use this method for sorting by salary. Save all and run it. Let me just show you the output. Okay. But what is the disadvantage here? If I have to do reverse order, then I have to use the corresponding method to do the reverse order. Here also, for this also, like if I don't want to do this, means I can here also I can do it. There is one more method, dot sorted. You can use E1 dot E2 or employee dot, E1 dot gets salary dot. Actually, we cannot use this one. So instead of that, there is one more. This is from salary. So we have to use double dot compare. Can you see this method? Double dot compare, to compare two salaries. Guys, this is a bit confusing. If you are using E1 dot get salary, just like the previous case, you cannot use dot compare to method. Why? Because E1 dot get salary is double D primitive data type. But what I want to compare, I can compare only objects. So you have to downcast it and then you have to, you have to auto box it and then you have to do it. As in, here I need to write double, which is too much of work. I'll show you. Double. And here I will add a round parenthesis. Here, round parenthesis. Now if you give dot compare to, you will get it. But I don't want to do this. Let us use a easier way. That is, we are going to use the inbuilt method of double dot compare and pass the salary. E1 dot get salary and compare E2 dot get salary. Okay. So now it will compare from what is that mistake? Comma, round bracket, everything I have given properly? No.
Semicolon.
One more. One more parenthesis.
Ma'am, actually.
Yeah, tell me.
Yeah, line number 25, we can use customized sorting order, I think. Yes.
Line number
25, if you're doing customized sorting order, suppose if you're taking natural sorting like ascending order, if you take
this is ascending order only.
Yes, ma'am. So these length of line will not taken.
So what I'm saying is, no. What I'm trying to tell is there are different ways of doing it. Okay. This is the older way in which we have been doing. Now you can directly use this one. Compare dot comparing employee dot get salary.
Okay.
Okay. So there are many methods available. What I'm trying to tell is, you see, when I used to teach, we started with the sorted method, and then we used the double, like auto boxing part. And now the latest one is you can use this. Now the best part is your code should be optimized. So use method reference and use this one.
Okay.
Because they're already they have written the logic. Why you have to sit and write the logic again? So you're writing the boilerplate code to avoid that. Okay. Now this is fine. Now one more. I want to just print the names. So what is the method I can use? From the employees, list of employees is just to map. Yeah, very good. Map takes function as parameter. Yeah.
Excuse me, ma'am. For this sorted line number 26,
Actually, it will give the result as small to big, descending order only, no?
Ascending.
Ascending. Ascending. Okay. If you want to reverse means we can add.
You have to use, there is a method called as reverse order. You need to use dot reverse order.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So dot reverse order.
Reverse order and reverse also one method.
Reversed also. Here, see. The method is there, dot reversed. So if you are using dot reverse, then it will give it in descending order. Yes, yeah, correct. Descending order. Correct, no? Save.
Okay, okay.
So try to maximum use the optimized method. So either you can use this or you can use this. If you are using this, if you want to do reverse sorting, you can use this method also. So the idea here is I don't have to sit and write the boilerplate code. I have to write. And guys, I have come up with the questions like a stream of, some 100 questions. I have just started working with that and then I got a break. So I am just sharing with that. You can see that different use cases. I am trying to take questions, different types of questions from ChatGPT, and I want to share it with you people. Now I want to print only the name of the employees. How to print only the name of the employees? Till now, one by one employee is coming inside. So here, employee, the whole employee object is coming inside. From that, I just want to get the name. So give emp.getName. That's it. See the return type now? Stream of string. If you are simply having emp, then it will be stream of employee. But if you are trying to just get the name, it is stream of string. If I try to get emp.getSalary, it will be stream of in double. Can you understand? So now I want to print only the name, get name, and I want to convert it into uppercase, dot to uppercase, and print it for each. Okay, this time, see, please understand now, whatever is coming out of it is stream of string. Here it is stream of string. Okay, so whatever is coming inside is a str, not an employee object. It is a string. Let me just keep the cursor here. See what it is taking. It is string only, it is taking inside. And see the return type, it is stream of string. Now let me just this. Okay, see here, it's printing it. Only the names. Here again, if you want to sort it on this, you can call dot sorted. If in this case, please understand, it is an employee object. So explicitly you have to use all this logic. But now I don't want to do, I don't have to use it. Simply I can give sorted, dot sorted. This will work perfectly fine. It is printing properly. Because why it is allowing? Because by default string is implementing comparable. Our employee class is not implementing comparable. That is why it's not sorting. If your employee class is implementing comparable, you would have given one sort sequence. Sorted by name, or sorted by salary, or sorted by department. You have not given anything. So explicitly you need to write the logic. That lambda expressions you need to write it. Okay. Now what if I want to find the sum of what is that? I want to find the sum of salaries. Very simple. Here, sum of salaries. So you can use dot. First is you have to get the salaries alone, right? So what is the method? Dot map. You want to get one property means use map. That's it. How that simple it is. Emp dot get salary. Okay. The return type is stream of double. No, I don't want this. I want to convert it into double string. So what? See the return type. I'll keep here. Stream of double. Now, the moment I convert it into map to double, see the return type, it will be double stream. See, double stream. If you are using primitive streams, you can simply call the aggregate operations, dot sum. Now the return type is a double value. Equal to this or sum. Okay. Now I run it. Okay. And also one last thing I just want to show you. Like assume like again I'm doing a filter. After filtering, I want to find the first element. So what is the method? Dot find first.
Guys, this is what very much we will be using when we are working with streams and microservices. For I'm having a REST API, I'm making a call to get one particular employee, one particular product, one particular book. So it goes to the backend. It is returning, it is calling a method get by ID. It is returning an optional of book or optional of employee. That's how it will return. So now when I do this, it has to return optional of employee. OPT. Now, what is that I should do? I cannot give substitute values, right? I hope you can understand. I should not give substitute value. Get a product by ID. You are going and searching in the database. The ID is not available. It is returning an optional of product, but it is not available. The optional is empty. So you have to check if it is available. If it is available, return it, or else I want to throw an exception. How I can do? So if it is in this case, I can simply call optional of if present, and I will use this one. EMP, I'll print it. I have not used method reference at all. Okay, now run this. So it is printing that employee object. Name Anita, having salary. First find first. Okay. Now, what I am just doing is I am just giving ITI. Empty list. If it is present, print it, or else don't print it. This is okay, fine. But I want to do just like in the previous case. Find first. Don't give or else, but rather I want to throw an exception. So how to throw an exception? There is one more method. That's one of my favorite methods. In all our Spring applications, we use it. Dot or else. Employees dot stream dot find first dot or else. Or else throw. It takes supply as parameter. Now we need to implement it. What is that? Round parenthesis, arrow, curly brace, throw, not return. Okay, throw, new. If you're having your user defined exception, you can pass that. Or if you're having your own runtime exception, you can pass that. Runtime exception by passing the message. Okay, whatever message you want. Suppose a invalid ID or invalid department, like that. Likewise, if you want to pass, you can just pass it. So in this case, if the value is available, it will return the value. See the return type, it will be employee. Now it should be employee. It should be employee. Because we are using or else throw. See, the return type is employee. Employee equal to employee. Okay. So I hope this part is clear. Like, don't use if present and all. Directly find if it is available, give it, or throw the exception. So it's throwing an exception, runtime exception, invalid department. If I give the proper value, it will return the employee object. So both the choices are available. So what are, and other than that, see, these are the intermediate level. What is that? Like understanding optional, find first, or else, then sorting in different ways, finding maximum number, minimum number. There is one more advanced part, which is like grouping, reduce. I have already told you. flatMap, how to work with flatMap. flatMap, rather than using a simple two-dimensional array, you should know if my class's list of employees I'm having, each employee is having a list of skill, then how to do flatMap. So those are all advanced methods which you have to be comfortable when you are working with Streams API. See, actually, in case of Streams API, you should be very good working with these kind of questions. See, these grouping employee, given a list of employees, sort by name and print. So I have got literally some 100 questions which I have just started sharing. So you guys can go through that also. Is this clear? Whatever we have seen.
Are you sharing this question, ma'am?
Yeah, if you want, I can share it. Actually, it's not grouped properly. I'll group it and then I will share it. Okay. Why optional?
Yeah, please share it, ma'am.
Okay, guys, the idea over here is, okay, inside the filter we can use method reference. Yeah, you can very well use method reference. I did not touch method reference because few of them are completely new to this, so I have not touched method reference. So that's the thing. Yeah. So someone has talked about second highest salary. Find the first one and skip one. So that is also there. There is also one other way of doing it. Use max. So comparator.max method is there. In using that also, you can just find it out. There are many methods available. I'll share you the questions also. You can just try it out. Okay. So guys, actually, just give me a sec. Okay. Okay, few of you are new to Java, or few of you are new to Streams API. So for all of you, I just want to give a heads up, guys. Two things. If you are very, very comfortable with Java and Streams API, like I'm just starting with the Java, Spring and microservices batch starting from Spring 23rd, September 23rd. And also at the same time, I'm also starting with the Java full stack batch. I'll just tell my USP. My USP is, like, I just have only 20 members in a batch. Each topic, whatever we are doing, we'll be having assignments, and the corresponding projects will be there for each and every topic that you are learning. And we will be proceeding further to Spring. The best part, which I love, I will just tell you. So we are doing Spring, excuse me, we are doing Spring and microservices. In case of microservices, we deploy, we create an application for an e-com. We create a microservices project exclusively for an e-commerce. Okay, so in that, the best part is how you can deploy it using Docker and how to work with Kafka. So, and a few of you, you are in touch with me. So what you can do is, like, you can just click on the link that I have shared in the chat. You can, if you have already booked your demo, session with my team, they will connect with you. If you are new here, please book a session with my team. Like, whatever your requirement, we will try to help you out. Like, you are already, see, there are scenarios, like there are many different scenarios. I will tell you. You are very, very basic to Java, or you are in support, you are in testing, or you have got so many years of experience, you want to switch over to Java full stack development means, I would suggest you please take Java full stack coaching. I can 200% guarantee you that you can become a proper Java full stack developer. Only one thing I expect from you is you need to do the, even if you are not able to attend the sessions, 1 or 2 sessions, not an issue. You should be able to do the projects and assignments. So that is the first level. That I can guarantee you. You might be thinking how she's able to do that. Means because of my experience, I've been associated with youngsters like you for so many years. Literally for 20 years when I started it very young. So during that time also I used to take corporate trainings. So till now it is continuing. So that is the first level. The second level is I am comfortable with Java. I know Streams API, but I want to learn Spring and microservices. Means, my dear guys, you are in the right place. It is not about boasting, but I can tell you very confidently with what we have done. Yesterday we have done one very in one batch, like I'm doing a batch. So yesterday we have just completed one a microservices application. So here we did it as a multi-module project. Even I want to share how to create a multi-module project in Spring Toolsuite. You will not see it anywhere because they show only using IntelliJ. So we created it as a multi-module project, and we have also added Kafka, and we have a Kafka and Zookeeper, how to send notification as an email. All that imbibed, we have created a microservices project, and we are also planning to deploy it. So this is for the second level. A person who knows Java Streams API wants to switch over to Spring and microservices, you can enter into this part. It is not mandatory that you need to do it with me. I am just giving you a heads up and a career guidance. So I am comfortable with Java. I know how to do exception handling. I am good in Streams API. I know basics of JDBC. You don't have to be a pro in JDBC, not required. But you should be good in collections and Streams API. That I will tell you. because in Spring, every other application we will be using Streams API. Okay, we will not work with the legacy methods and all, so we will be using Streams API. So that is the second level. So that you have to be very comfortable with. So you can go for Spring and microservices. The next level is, I am already working in Spring, but I want to upskill to microservices. If you feel, you just join microservices wherever it is possible. When you are learning microservices, please ensure whether you are learning all the components of microservices, be it fault tolerance, then gateway API, then config server, Zipkin, that is how to monitor your application, how to how to create JWT token. All these are parts you have to know, and how to containerize your application, how to use Kafka exclusively for working with microservices, that you need to know. So that is the next level. So these are things. Now there are few people, you might be comfortable with Java, Spring and microservices, but you want a mentor experience, as in you don't want basic coaching. You just want to do a project together with the support of some mentor. Something like, I know how to do yoga, but I just want a mentor who can guide me, like one-on-one session who can guide me. So in that case also, I will not be guiding it because I am into coaching completely. There are few mentors who are working in corporates, few of my students like who are working in corporates and who are also into having 5 to 6 years of experience exclusively in Spring Boot and microservices, who will be really good in mentoring you. What I'm trying to tell is, you just want to do a project, end-to-end project. I know Java, I know Spring, I know bits and pieces of microservices, means you can directly go into the mentoring session, which will be really helpful. No, I know everything, I want to do system level design, means you can just connect to an architect. Not here you can connect with us. There is an architect who can help you out. He is working in PayPal and associated with us for nearly 10 years. That is one way. Or you connect with them. Don't just go and start from the basics. You know everything. Then why do you want to start from the basics? But you are not clear and comfortable, means I would suggest start from the basic. Think this as an investment for 5 months. See, when I start something like I'm going for yoga. So when I did it, I thought this is an investment just for my body, so that like in old age, like I'm not having any problem. Anywhere it is, think this as an investment and start working with the basics of Java. Gradually build it in such a way that you are a proper Java full stack developer with a proper way. Learning can be done in anywhere. There are so many blogs, so many YouTube videos available, so many courses available. You can take it from anywhere. But the thing is, see, I'll tell you one line my yoga instructor told me. So you just come here, I'll take care of you. The thing is, I don't have to break my head how to do this posture, what should I do, what is the next step, I don't have to think about it. Same way, here we are having a structured path where you will get to know how to go, what is the flow, and how gradually you are just getting transformed. So the transformation, you can see it properly. So if you are in a basic level, or if you are looking forward to switch careers, you have to, or you should know Java full stack development. Without that, and especially Streams API is a part of it. So guys, you can just connect with my team. So rather than me talking so much, you can just connect with my team. He will be really helpful. It is more of a career guidance session, and you can just get the proper things like what you have to do. And we are starting with September 23rd, Saturday and Sunday, 10:30 to 12:30, and on Tuesdays, same time, 8 to 10:30. And my only thing is, like, I'm seeing people from different backgrounds, different things coming inside. So based on what level you are into, you just proceed further. But if if you feel that, okay, I have to brush up my Java skills here and there, means that what I would suggest is start from basics of Java. I will tell you my very, very simple example. I've been doing yoga for many years. So I've been a regular person doing it. Okay, I used to watch YouTube and I used to do it. I went for, when I was very, very young, like when I was in your age, I learned Surya Namaskar and other things, and then I started doing it. Then what happened is, after a period of time, like after COVID 2021, I just wanted to, my kids were grown up, so my responsibilities were less. So I thought, like, I'll just take a session outside. When I went to the yoga instructor only, I understood so many things. What I thought was correct was wrong because of the way of doing it. So now it is because it's a structured path. Like they tell you, and I don't have to break my head. Okay, what should I do today? What should I do tomorrow? Nothing is required. So I have to follow whatever they are saying, and we do it. It's a group session. Okay. And there are few people who need more guidance. They are going in for one-on-one session. Same is the scenario here. If you're doing coaching, don't do it for one-on-one sessions because it's a waste of money for you. But if you're taking mentorship, you know all, but you want to do a project, means remember, only if you know all, then go for mentorship. And last part, what I want to suggest is in case of interviews. Many people get stuck in interviews. Why? I will tell you. Again, it is Java, Spring, microservices. When you talk about Java, the interviewers are very smart enough. Now, they are not asking something like what is overloading, what is overriding. It may be for fresher crowd. But now the scenario is like they're asking many scenario-based questions about multi-threading, like how you will be using. Just now you are asking about parallel processing and other things, right? About multi-threading and about concurrency API. And whatever questions they have been asking in DSA, they are asking to write in Streams API. I have a student who has got 5 years experience. I don't know, every other day he is attending interviews. But the problem is, unless until you are good in Streams API, you will not be able to crack it. I can vouch you that, because the questions are asked only in that Streams API. They are giving a code. They are asking you to find the errors. So what is the error here? What is it? So we used to conduct assessments. When we go to corporates, we used to do assessments, means MCQs for freshers. For lateral, sometimes they ask us to do otherwise they don't ask us to do. So during that time, it was a learning experience for me also. I'm not saying that I know everything. Even for Streams API, so I told you, like I took the help of ChatGPT to curate all these questions. So many questions, actually. I mean, 100 questions only, because there is a space, 100 questions only. Among that, first 14 questions I have completed. I have shared it as a short in YouTube and also in Instagram. What I'm trying to tell is, likewise, you have to be very, very comfortable, super good in Streams API so that you can crack it. Okay, coming to Spring, what they will ask, of course, they will ask conceptual questions. They will ask you how to create a REST API. The third point is, first is conceptual. How do you create REST API? They will not ask you to sit and write code and all, but they will ask you many scenario-based questions. So learn Spring using as a scenario-based question. If you don't know, don't go and check in for blogs. Try to go to ChatGPT. Tell that, okay, I want certain scenario-based questions for this particular corporate or for this particular company. So automatically it will pick up certain scenario-based questions and it will give it to you. I am also trying my best to find out scenario-based questions from different sites. I'm curating it and I'm coming with that only. Like especially I did for what is that, Infosys. Similarly, someone has asked for it for Deloitte also. So I'm planning to do that. What I'm saying is, that is how you have to prepare for interviews. You may be super good in concepts. You may be super good in everything. And coming to microservices, again, it is scenario-based questions and also concepts. Nobody will ask you to create a microservice, but your resume, your portfolio should have a proper e-commerce project done by you. Only then it will look good. Because I can tell you, one of my students who did microservices training, he on and off, he attends the session, but he was busy. So we did e-commerce. And I gave an idea, okay, you can do Book My Show. He did Book My Show application all by himself. Okay, seeing this e-commerce, I mean, whatever we have done, he deployed it. But of course, he attended 20 interviews also, he told. So he was able to crack Deloitte interview and he got placed. Why I'm telling this is, again, you have to be good in concepts. You should know what are the components of microservices, what are the design patterns of microservices. Conceptually, you should be strong. Your microservice application should speak for you. So that is very, very important. There are also scenario-based questions. So whenever, in case of interview perspective, if you are preparing in Java, concepts and all, the previous day only you can read it, guys. But Streams API is an integral part. Without Streams API, nothing will work. Practice is needed. How many ever come and teach you? How many mentors can come and just tell you? But you have to practice. You should have 100 questions. When I started my journey in Java, I used to do some 50 to 60 questions because I have to stand myself as a trainer. So I did my Sun Certified Java Professional long back, like in 2006. So because I have to, so when I go to a corporate saying that I'm a trainer, how they will believe that I'm good in the concepts? So my certification will speak for themselves, myself, right? Years before, 2006, certifications were valid. Nowadays, like, even if you're having certification, your project will speak for yourself. Your Git portfolio, your repository will speak for yourself. Okay. Any questions, guys? Yeah, Infosys questions I have shared. Please kindly go through it and also go through few more scenario-based questions. Okay, Lambda expressions, then functional interface, consumer predicate, all that I have shared it in the, what is that? I have shared it in my YouTube. And guys, if you are not a part of my YouTube community, you can join the, WhatsApp community, you can join. One more thing, what I wanted to share here is, in case of WhatsApp community, it is not only me sitting and just promoting my things. There are so many super good developers who are sharing their questions, who are giving guidance, who are supporting each other. So I'll share the link. If you are from Instagram or if you are from YouTube, you might be a part of my community. Now I'll just share it. So I'll really tell you, there are super people, super good developers who are supporting each other, coming up with ideas. If somebody is saying that I have done this, what is the problem? They are supporting. So, and again, you as a developer, if you're just going and attending an interview, you can share the questions so that others also will be finding it helpful. Okay, I'll share the link. Just a minute. I'm sharing it now. Okay, you can book a call with my team, whatever it is. You can book a call with my team. As I told you, whatever it is with regard to career guidance, you can just connect with my team. He will help you out. And what you need to take, he will also guide you. Like suppose say you are having these many years of experience, you are already a Java developer, then you can proceed further for Spring and microservices. You don't have to waste your time in Java. Maybe here and there you can just learn Streams API and you can proceed with Spring and microservices. But you are confused. You know everything, but still you are confused. You want to start with the base means, I would suggest, my dear guys, start with the base. 5 months is literally an investment. I know many of my freshers who have transformed so very nicely with zero knowledge. They come from mechanical background, AAA background, with just the basics of for loop, while, do while, that's all. With that, we make them into full stack developers. I should, as a trainer, I should. So I have to make them as project ready resources whenever we go to corporate. And not so easy, just like how you guys are getting interviews. We don't get, it's not a cakewalk for us, just like we go and take training. For every other training, wherever I have gone, I have attended interviews. I'm still attending interviews. So that's how my life is. So I have to be prepared in Spring and microservices. Sometimes it's not that I'll say that all my interviews get cleared off. No, certain places I also flunk, many places I also flunk, and still in certain places it goes smoothly. Even for Nokia, we did Java features, latest features of Java. So there also questions come in from different scenarios, different places. Okay. I hope the session went on well, but I couldn't cover more. The reason being, we had only 2 hours and people were from different backgrounds. One day we will conduct one more free session on Streams API on the advanced concepts, or just for doing the questions. Whatever questions we were discussing, maybe we will do that. That will be interesting. We will have some 50 questions. I'll solve the 50 questions in front of you so that it will be a practice for you. Okay, I'll share the details. You can please join the WhatsApp group. And whoever is interested, you can just book a call with my team. Okay. Thank you so much for joining. Thanks for your time. We'll wind up now.
Hello.
Yeah.
Are you sharing the questions?
Which one?
That
oh, you want the questions, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 minute. But the questions are not in a proper manner. Okay, guys, whoever
there are
wants,
questions,
you just...
That's it. We can make it proper.
Yes, Yogesh, actually, just see here. Let me share my screen.
Because I'm
These questions are...
that's the most important thing.
Which one?
Yeah.
Which one?
I'm having the interview in, I think, in next second week.
Okay. Yogesh, you are from Insta or you are from YouTube?
Yeah, I'm from WhatsApp group also.
Yeah. Okay. Have you gone through my YouTube videos on Streams API? The questions? Guys, I will tell you this one, because many of the students, they have actually, you can just see my screen. I hope so. I'll just show you.
Yeah, I think I
Here
gone
I
for
have
the REST APIs, ma'am.
3. Not the REST API mediator, like here Streams API.
Okay, fine.
So no, why I'm saying, I'll just tell you. It's not that I'm just promoting mine.
No.
I'll just show you.
It's not about
No,
promoting.
I'll just tell you. See, one of the student has message here saying that somebody has actually, see here. Oh, here, see.
Yeah, I saw your videos, ma'am, on the YouTube also. I'm making practice on the
Actually,
same also.
three videos are there. See, 3 videos are there. Please go through those 3 videos. I will share. You are in YouTube means I will share all the 3 videos of this actually. I mean, I will share the questions. But here, okay, wait a minute. Streams API. This one, second and the third one. Third one is very, very important. This is the one. I'm sharing the link. If possible, you go through it. And this many people, they have messaged me saying that after attending. See here.
Yes, I saw your comments and I saw your videos, ma'am.
Okay, you want the questions, right?
Yeah.
You want the questions, right? Did you practice the questions that were there? These questions? I have shared it in the description also. All the questions are available here. See.
All the questions are available?
In the video itself.
Okay, ma'am.
In this video, you can see this one.
I'll go through it, ma'am, once again.
Yeah, I'll share it in the group. And also, I'm sharing my number. Whoever is interested, like, you can just touch base with me also. This is my number and this is my team. Like, you can just connect with the number also.
Ma'am, one thing that what's the fee of the Spring Boot microservices and the project? Two different things.
You can you can connect with my team. He will just guide you. Okay, based on what you need, Spring and microservices, or you want Spring microservices and front end. Based on that, you can just work. Few of my students who are attending Spring microservices also have joined here. Yes, Sripriya Lekha. Yeah, Bhupati. Yeah, thank you. So I hope your Spring learning was good, no, Bhupati? Yeah. Okay. Thanks, everyone. I don't want to waste your weekday. Sorry.